friends, welcome back to the craft room. I'm really glad you're here. It's much later in the day, but we're getting this up, so thank you so much for your patience. I really do love making these videos. Kids are on spring break, so they may be a little bit different run this week, which is a-okay. We are going to be working on this new quilt block, and I'm really excited for it, and we will talk about it in just 2 seconds. I want to put in a last little plug for mystery stitches. First of all, huge thank you to everyone that has played so far. My goal was to get 30 bundles out. Like, that was like best case scenario for me, but we have 55, and I am just like, I'm just so grateful. I am so excited that so many of you want to play, and it's just awesome. It is awesome. We have gone through a lot of fabric. 55 fat quarter bundles is a lot of fabric. So got lots of bolts to go into the trash, unfortunately, but counted, and we only have enough fabric for 10 more bundles. So I was just going to leave it open until April 5th, but that's not realistic. If we keep going the way that we are, I won't have any more fabric left. So 10 mystery bundles left. If you want to play, then now is the time to get one, because these are going like crazy. This has been an amazing and chaotic week. I have just been working overtime getting these bundles out, but it has been so fun because the kids have been helping, my husband has been helping, and we're all kind of working on it together. So that means for our map, though, there is no way that we will fill it, because I need 18 more states and we only have 10 bundles left. So we did get South Dakota, New Jersey, and Iowa. Those are all new states, so thanks, ladies. But I think we'll just keep this running, and now any order, and we can fill this map, and we will still do a prize. So definitely won't be with the mystery bundle prizes, but I still think that would be a fun little giveaway, because, I mean, why not, right? Why not? Phew. Thanks, guys. Okay, we have this cute new pattern. So this is a pattern from Missouri Star Quilt Company, and huge fan. We are using the Flora bundle for this one. So lots of bold patterns. I just love that green. Bright colors. I mean, just a very kind of happy, funky bundle, but it is so cute. And the instructions were a little funny at first. Let me show you. This is like monthly mailers they would send out, and this one is from 2018. So not only do I hoard fabric, but I also hoard patterns. This one is called Half and Half. You can see this in here, and it even has a little link down here, so I'll be sure to add that to the description. I hope it's still relevant, because like I said, this is from 2018. But if not, I will do my best to walk through it with you. So there's kind of what we're looking for. And so, like I said, this bundle is definitely kind of a funky bundle. It's not for everyone, and I get that. But I think this is going to be an excellent opportunity to showcase each and every one of these fabrics, because they are cohesive. They're just stand on their own. So I'm laughing because I just think of how many times I had to reread this first instruction. So the gist of this is excellent for a layer cake. Excellent for layer cake. So if you have the 10-inch square packs, you are golden. It'll save you a lot of cutting. But it wants us to put one 10-inch square face to face with another 10-inch square, okay? And this is going to be half square triangles, but we're going to do a 4 at a time method. We're going to sew a 1/4 inch all the way around the outside of this square, and then we will cut an X. So that is the 4 at a time method. But it was crazy to me, because after you get your half square triangles out of here, then you cut up the half square triangles. So you'll see when we get there. At the first, it was frustrating, but now that I get it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. So hopefully you'll think it's cool as well. All right, what am I looking for? Pins. Okay, again, these are 10-inch squares. I've got a 10-inch of this blue. This is the diamond stripe honeymoon. And then the green is this daisies. So cute. These are really big squares. So I have found that everything stays where it should if I pin them, because my first one shifted quite a bit and we had to do some strategic ironing to get it back to the shape it needed to be. So we are going to do one of this block and one of this block. They're the same exact process, so that's why I'll be doing 2 at a time. It's just when we get to the trimming of the half square triangles, or the cutting, that it's like crazy. You'll know when we get there. You'll just have to trust me till then. So let me finish pinning this one up and then we'll talk about sewing. All right, so we are going to sew 1/4 of an inch all the way around this square, okay? And for me, I just run it off the edges so that I can do 2 at a time. So I'll sew this side on both, then cut them both off, and then rotate, and then do this one, and then shove that one through, right? Kind of like chain stitching or chain piecing. So that's what I like to do with them, but you literally could come down to the corner till 1/4 inch, leave your needle down, rotate your fabric, and then come down and just repeat that process all the way down. So to each their own, whichever you prefer. Let me jump through these and then I will show you what they look like. There we have all of those seams. Let's show you on the green side. It's probably easier to see. You can see that seam all the way around. All right, now we are going to cut these in an X, which will give us our 4 half square triangles. Do you remember that time when I was like, whoa, these are like the biggest half square triangles I've ever made? It wasn't even that long ago. We are going to be making the world's biggest half square triangles. Well, now these are the biggest half square triangles I've ever made. And swinging this ruler around gives it extra emphasis so that you have to believe me. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have put a handle on that thing. Okay, we are gonna go corner to corner. I'm gonna do my best to line up the edge of the ruler right in that intersection of the seam. So sometimes the fabric still does shift, which it happens. Especially I found with the soft texture of these art gallery fabrics, that really wants to shift. So we'll just go to intersection of those seams, one diagonal. Oh, there's the seam of my mat, so that means it's not going to cut all the way through. Dang it. And now we're going to do the same thing, opposite side. I feel like I always pick the worst angle to show that to you guys. Yep, there's my seam. And then there we have officially the biggest half square triangles. Not by much though. We are going to end up trimming those down to 6.5, and I think they're bigger than the bow ties we did, but not by much. But bigger is bigger, so it counts. Let me repeat that one for this. That was really awkward. Could you tell? And now we have 4 blue half square triangles. Let me go iron these open, and then here's the next weird cutting step. Hopefully you're easily amused like I am. I'll be back. My iron must be feeling magical today because it even trimmed my half square triangles. Thanks, girl. Let's move on to cutting these. I feel like we've trimmed a lot of half square triangles at this point, and I just don't want to talk to you about it today. Honesty sometimes doesn't sound so nice. Okay, here we have our 6.5 trimmed half square triangle. I'm going to use this little guy because it's long enough. Half of this square is going to be 3.25 inch, right? Because it's 6.5. We're going to cut a plus sign down the middle and then across the middle this way. And like I said in the instructions, I was like, you've gone crazy. Why would we do that? But here's why. Here's why. So trust this process. I did not earlier and it ended up being fine. We are going to line this up with 3 1/4 inch. Hey, oh, there it is. I'm going to trim it that way. I'm going to leave them, and then we're going to rotate again 3 1/4 inch. That seems so wrong. And now we're going to rotate that half square triangle and that half square triangle, and that gives us this corner right here. Can you see that? So we just made this corner. Oh, come on, work with me here. Even got big hands to hide everything. So that's what we just made. Is that crazy? Again, I really hope you're as easily amused as I am. I didn't have a lot of faith, but now that I get it, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Do you want to know what I just noticed? Okay. Okay. So we have just made this piece right here, right? We haven't sewn it together, but we've got our 2 half square triangles pointing this way, and then underneath is this colored square, right? And then when we get this all put together, it will give us this square. Okay. Oh, Kate. I thought that it was a completely different layout for this block, but look what they have you make. It's the same exact thing. See, you have your 2 half square triangles pointing that way with the color underneath. You just have to rotate. All right. So if this were sewn together, we could have just rotated it, and now there's the corner for that one. Oh man. You know what? I really wish I would have these aha moments before we start recording, because now I just feel like a goof. So we just made this corner. There's our 2 half square triangles in our middle. So if we want the other shape, then you just rotate this block. So that's cool. Come on. All right, well, let's work through this now that I know that they're exactly the same and I don't have to make 2 different blocks, so to speak, because I can just rotate these squares after they're assembled. That's fine. So assembly for all of these squares, I'm going to make sure that there's 1 background color with 1 half square triangle and 1 solid color with 1 half square triangle. I'll sew those together, and then I will iron my white up and over, and then also iron my green up and over, so that when it comes to put these 2 together, we can nest those seams and we can make sure those points are sitting in there just perfectly. So I'm going to batch through all of this because it's the same process just over and over. Cut down the middle, cut across the middle, gives us 2 half square triangles, 1 white square, and 1 solid square. So I don't think you need to watch me do that. What, 7 more times? So let's go through this real quickly and then we will catch up. You get to see these cute daisies again. I will say for these stripes, it's actually pretty easy to go directional. Sometimes I don't care because I don't want to take the time to make sure all of my stripes are going the same direction. But it's actually pretty easy with these squares if you just cut 1 at a time, which I have been doing for my greens as well. So we've got our 3 1/4 rotato potato to this side and through the middle. Okay, swap the corners. And so now you can see that all of my fabric is going the right direction. So even if you have fabric that is directional, like these stripes or these ones, I realized too late, so it's a little funky, but matches my personality. You can do this pretty easily. Okay, now go back to the magic transition. Pretend I wasn't here. There we have the green side and our white side. So like I said, I have ironed this white up and over, and same with the green. So now that we're gonna put these two together, that's how they'll go, right? We get that nice lock right here between that green and the white, and it is perfection. I cheated and I did all of them except for this one. Shall we? We're gonna put this one together and then I'll go iron and then I'll see you then. My machine was feeling hungry. It ate this corner right here. So now I've got like this weird funny seam. Then I'll go iron. You know what? I'm not gonna let you watch me struggle. I am just so magical. You guys are so lucky to be witnessing this much charisma and magic in one movie. Okay, now that I've made it awkward, let's put these together because you know they're the same exact thing. Let's do this variation. So that is our color squares all meeting in the middle. Easy peasy. You can't see half of that. That's cool. Okay, now you can see that one. And now same thing, but instead of colored squares being in the middle, the white squares are going to be in the middle. So glad I figured that out on camera, friends. Just super impressed with myself. Is that so cool? And look how professional this is making me look. It is all going the same direction. Sometimes I like to pretend I'm more skilled. Okay, I also, squirrel. I feel like I need to start a new season or series that's called Ironing Thoughts or Thoughts from the Ironing Board or something. Because every time I iron, my brain just like wanders into different things. What are we gonna do when my garden wakes up? It's fine to like stay inside now, but I mean, it's a beautiful day out there and I cannot wait to get outside. So what is this gonna look like come, you know, summertime, springtime? Well, what, the second or third Idaho spring where the snow is actually done? Just thoughts. All right, we're gonna assemble these all four corners kind of just exactly the way that we did last time, where we're gonna sew the two together and then sew the rows. Remember, that's how we did the 4 square thingies. I will say though, I'm gonna make 2 of these since I was very excited to do that shape. So let me just rotate. Oh my gosh, I am so pleased and so irritated that I discovered that. All right, let's double whammy these. You ready? Double magic. Don't act like you're not impressed. These are so cute. And I've officially decided it will be called Thoughts from the Ironing Board. I actually think that would be really funny if I just made little shorts about things I think about while I'm standing there. Some of them are relevant and make sense, but most of them are not. All right, one more time for these cuties. Look at that. All those stripes going the same direction. Man, fake it till you make it. So cute. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So, is this a crazy bundle? You betcha. It's very bold. It's very bold for sure. But I think it looks so good that way. But I think they've got a lot of bold colors in there as well. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So again, I will link this website that they have right here. And we'll hope for the best. I probably should have checked it before I talked about it, but here we are. Okay, thoughts from the ironing board. Do you guys want to go outside in the garden? So I know that this is like strictly quilting, and I hear it's like a no-no to deviate from what you do for like your channel, but I might just do it anyways because I don't care. You'll have to tell me what you think about that. When the garden gets going and I'm out there working, does that interest you guys? I'm learning a lot about different flowers, so at least I could share like that knowledge with you, but mostly it's just really pretty out there. And I like taking naps under the trees and not doing anything. So, okay, I'm done talking. I feel like this is getting really off base. Here is the half and half. Was that what it was called? Maybe I should have checked before I closed it. Ah, dookie. Yes, half and half quilt. It's really cute. Again, this is the Flora bundle. I am waiting to receive some white on white. So that just means that there's a little bit of pattern on the white fabric. So if you're interested in that, or there is just solid white already in my shop. So I've got lots of low volume prints down there. So I ordered fabric for our next sew along because we're almost done with that Moda blockhead quilt. Moda blockhead / random things that Kate found quilt. And I think we're going to be working on buttons next. So that is a pattern that is available in my shop, but I have ordered my own color fabric. I'm hoping to offer quilt kits if you want to wait for the sew along. So do you remember that time I said I was done talking and then I kept talking? Yeah, me neither. Okay, see you friends. Bye.